Friday night AFL footy, and it's the Essendon Bombers and the Richmond Tigers in the Dreamtime at the G clash. Now, I'm going to take Essendon to win this one, cover the line, and if you're feeling a little bit daring to get them on the 40 plus, this game could be a blowout with the Bombers having been soundly beaten last weekend by the Bulldogs. They're going to want to get out and try and regain some sort of ascendancy in the league. You know, they're not a top 8 team this year. I don't think they're going to be contending for finals, but they're going to want something to push them throughout this season. And this game was a perfect spot for them to put some points on. And it's also Richmond. I'm going to take them to go under their team total. They have been struggling so far this season, and now Tom Lynch out. Where are they going to get their scoring from? And I think actually Essendon's defense could probably stop them in quite a few areas here. So Essendon, cover the line, 40 plus if you're on that one, team total under, and then Zach Merrett to get the best on ground in the Dreamtime clash. He won it 2 years ago. Essendon have won it 3 of the last 4 years. And there's only 2 games out of the whole history of this clash where a play from a losing team has won it. So get on Zach Merrett. He had, let's see what he's 39 disposals, 5 clearances, and 7 tackles in the 2023 matchup in which he won the award. Now, where do Essendon win this game? They're first in handballs, and Richmond allow the most handballs to opposition. The Bombers' disposal efficiency is top 5, so I expect them to be trying to run the ball through the Richmond defense. Richmond, they will have some penetrating attack, and then the Bombers will clean it up. They'll rebound from their end into the 50 metres. And where they have struggled so far this season in getting scores on the board, it's their accuracy. They haven't been getting fantastic shots at goal. Richmond, they allow the highest accuracy to opponents of any team in the AFL. It means that their opponents, when they're getting inside 50, are getting it in pretty good fashion and in the best spots to score goals. So not getting it deep in the pocket or right on the 49-metre mark. They're getting it in front of goals or in scoring range and in pretty good angles to kick goals. So I think Essendon's shortcomings in scoring will be rectified somewhat just by Richmond allowing them to get into good scoring positions. Where else do we have? Richmond are ranked first in intercept marks, and I think that stat is a little bit misleading because teams are just getting on top of them in the midfield and they're bombing it inside 50. So Richmond just of playing average is going to be quite high in that regard no matter what. Averaging Tigers just 68.2 points per game this season, and half of their games have been under 68 points. And now, as I said, without Tom Lynch, he had a pretty rough start to the game last week. Didn't touch the ball in the first quarter. They ended up 2 goals, 13 disposals. They will miss him as a tall target there forward. They still have some options to be able to kick goals, and they'll bring someone up, but I don't think their scoring ability is high enough to be able to reach that 70-point target. Richmond have the lowest rated attack in the AFL. They're a minus 15.9. As I said, Essendon, they're above average in rebound 50s. They have a pretty good accuracy rate, and Richmond allow the highest accuracy rate to opponents. So all there for you to follow the trends. Richmond under team total. Essendon cover the line, 40 plus if you're daring. Zach Merrett for the best on ground.